chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.
What's up, cuties? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let me take this down. How are you guys? Veronica Monroe. Somebody's mama. Somebody's mama. I'm trying to see when's the last time I've seen you. Deshonda. Hey, sis. What's going on? Let me scroll up. Let me say some quick hellos. You guys know this is the power hour, but please hit the like button on your way in. I really just wanted to come and chat with you guys when it comes to the Huntsville Happ'Nin'S. The additional conversation when it comes to Ken, Trish, and Marquez. Shout out to whoever put it in the chat last night of how to pronounce his name correctly. And then Stormy and Kael. Also a little bit about Carlos and Heavenly. And then just a couple quick hot topics. So before I get to that, I do want to say shout out to the cutie mods in the building. I see LaDawn. I see Aunt Debbie. I see the legend of the mods child, Linda Gamble. And I see my sis. My sis is in the building. Pink Diva. Thank you, ladies, for modding for me. Shout out to Tyra. Tyra said last night she had to take a grandbaby to school today. And maybe she's at work, but shout out to Tyra as well. Cutie mods be looking out for something in a couple days. What? Shout out to the cutie crew. Cutie crew. We will be meeting Wednesday. Do not forget, Let Loose Lounge, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 1, Episode 7. And then shout out to all of you cuties. Period. Everybody. I appreciate you guys. As I mentioned, please hit the like button. But Lavinia was the first in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Lavinia. I appreciate you and everybody else. Who's that lady that told me stop saying hi to everybody, chat? Wanda somebody. Wanda Ross. I think it was Wanda Ross. Hey, Wanda. I think you may be in the bushes, but hey, this is a power hour, so I will not be able to say hello to each and every one of you. So we're going to get started. Let me go ahead and put this copyright disclaimer up. And you guys make sure to join me tomorrow evening over by Pink Table Topics. It is 6:30 Central. Sis, if you want to drop your link to your page in the chat, make sure to do so. But that's why I'll be tomorrow. I'll be right on over there. Hey, Kimberly Anthony, the fabulous Linda Greer. Hello to each and every one of you. Girl, what's the tea? Who said that? Simply Beautiful is here. My Love and Marriage Huntsville historian. Hey, Simply Beautiful. Hello. Okay, Brittany, Janae. Let me stop looking at this phone, child, because I will not get started. And definitely need W that's on the screen. Hello to each to you as well. But I will be sharing just from, let's see, Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk today. And it is covered under the Copyright Disclaimer Act, 1976. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute. And yeah, this is for fair use and news reporting and commenting and all of the above. And I will also put the copyright disclaimer so it can scroll at the bottom. But look, a lot of sectors on YouTube deals with hot topics, pop culture, content creators to a certain extent can be viewed as, I don't want to say talk show host, but doing something similar as some talk show hosts, talking about topics, you know what I mean? And I want to say rest in peace to one of the greats, legendary talk show host, Phil Donahue. It was announced today that, according to Deadline, that Phil Donahue passed away at the age of 88. And I really, 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 I may be aging myself, but I really used to love me some Phil Donahue. Very knowledgeable, funny, all of the above. So rest in peace to a legend. Shout out to the Shade Room. And yeah, let me make sure I click like on this. But I read what the Shade Room said. It said, roommates, we are sending our condolences to the loved ones of longtime talk show host Phil Donahue following the news of his passing. According to Deadline, he passed away yesterday after battling a long illness. The news of his passing was shared in a statement that was released early Monday. And that statement reads, and this is so true, just the way it starts off, groundbreaking TV talk show host. Let me start over. Groundbreaking TV talk show journalist Phil Donahue died Sunday night at his home, surrounded by his wife of 44 years, Marlo Thomas. Do you guys, I'm sure, again, I may be aging myself, but you guys remember Marlo Thomas, his wife? I wish I would have put a picture up. Legend in her own right as well. But he was surrounded by his wife, his sister, his children, his grandchildren, and his beloved golden retriever, Charlie. Donahue was 88 years old and passed away peacefully following a long illness. And we are keeping Donahue's loved ones lifted in prayer during this time. So, rest in peace. Rest in peace. You do remember her, D. Okay, D. Yes. Marlo Thomas. Child, I will real quick just to, those of us that are a certain age, let me do a quick search just to show you all her picture. For those that may not remember, oh, wow. She's aged as well. But I'll bring up her picture. Actress. Let's see. Let me share my screen. Just so those of you that may remember the name but can't picture her face, this is Marlo Thomas right here. You guys remember her? So, yeah, they were married for quite some time, 44 years, I think it said. So prayers going up to Phil Donahue's family, his wife, his kids, and grandkids, and everybody, to the fur baby. A lot of people, a lot of us are fur baby lovers. I've been one since I've been born, thanks to my daddy. And yeah, they grieve as well when a loved one passes away. They really, really do. So, like my dad's dog, when my father passed away, he would not move from my father's the foot of my father's floor in his bedroom. So prayers going up. Dr. Minnie, you say she was that girl. Yes. She played that girl. Absolutely. So yeah, he was one of the greats. You know what I mean? And may he rest in peace. Shout out again to the Shade Room. Let me move next to Tyrese. Now, I know that we spoke about Tyrese last week. Tyrese is back at it again. And I said last week, prayers going up to Tyrese. I don't know. For me, something ain't right. For me. I believe he did play a part in Oprah as far as her journalism time on TV, Kathy S. I do believe so. Hey, Chronicles of Kim K. And Tree W said Marlo was the star of That Girl. excellent sitcom in the late 60s, early 70s. I probably didn't watch it, child, in the 80s. I ain't gonna date myself back that far, but I did watch it, and she was a great actress. Great actress. Martell's Raggedy Manila Folder. Every time I read that name, I crack up. You said That Girl TV show and now St. Jude's. Okay. Yeah. And you know, I am a lover of love. And yeah, they've been together for half of his life. You know what I mean? So 40 plus years, half of hers as well. Telling your age, Tree W. But anyway, guys, last week I said prayers going up, child, to Tyrese. We know that Tyrese dressed and channeled Marvin Gaye. I did some research. I cannot find any current filming of, let's say, a documentary or autobiography or whatever the case may be when it comes to Tyrese playing a part in a movie. So I do know a couple of you guys said that he was. It looks like he's just speaking it into existence, and that doing that, he's going to walk around looking like. Well, Tyrese put a post. Shout out to the Shade Room again. But Tyrese made a post, and it was kind of weird to me. But this is what he said, and I'll play it. Tyrese said, I have a whole other level of respect for women that's got to wear bonnets every night. So all of the men, grown earth men, whether you are dating and engaged or married, don't ever disrespect a woman ever again that has to wear a bonnet every night to bed, to sleep. And child, as you guys, I promise I'm sharing this because I got a question about them. Yes, but Cassie S., the Watts riots for sure, but Marvin Gaye didn't have anything to do with that. So allegedly he's channeling Marvin Gaye. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this look that he's walking around with may have something to do when it comes to that. Even if that's the case, wear your look on set. When you off set, can we get Tyrese? But anyway, he don't want men hating women that has to wear bonnets or has to or choose to or whatever. But Tyrese child act like he was asleep. And I don't know if he was holding the camera or his girlfriend. Let me send a big air hug to the girlfriend because I don't see how you do it. I'm sorry. But let's take a look. Ass just is moving, child. Ass moving every which way. Tyrese, if you know bad acting, and he's a good actor, bad acting, Tyrese, you're gonna slap the phone away like you ain't know she was taken. Get on up out of here. Let me play this mess again.
Turn the light off.
Was he really asleep? Child. Now I see the ass is jumping and everything. Okay. I'm sure they practiced this beforehand. How you know the camera was right there, Tyrese? Look, D, don't laugh. Who said that? Don't laugh. Not even sleep, Pamela Johnson. Not even sleep. Do you hear me? This man is something else. Let me make sure I always make sure I click like to anything that I share. But this person right here said, this can't be how I imagine Tyrese growing up. Gotta click like to that. This person said, pretending to be asleep and having someone record is menace. Facts. This person said, I'm just clicking like real quick. I don't know what's upsetting me. I don't know if I could say that word. I don't know what's upsetting me off more, the beard or just him in general. Let me click like on that one. I don't think it's not upsetting me, but this is the comment Uh, the thank you, Kimberly Anthony. Nurse, he's loose again, child. Again. This comment, though, right here is the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys, because I want to know, is it that deep? Is it that deep? Before I do that, let me get a like check. It's 365 of you guys that's watching. Please hit the like button. Shout out to those of you that are in the bushes. I appreciate you. And that you said chit chat, maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. Child. And that if he don't go, get away from me. Yes, that is fake facial hair Jacqueline. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He is all into character. But this is why I wanted to bring it to you guys. This person said he needs a conservatorship. He needs a conservatorship. Those of us that know what that means somebody else needs to be making this man's decisions and all of that. Britney Spears. You guys remember Britney's father and mama and all of them, they took over and she was under conservatorship under them. But do you guys think that? Let me click like on this one. I don't think so. Although I do really do feel like something is going on. Let me know in the comments. Okay, D. Herford said it's not that deep. Brittany Janae say, fix it, Jesus. Sis, Pink Diva said Tyrese is a special kind of fella, I tell you. Not a conservative ship child. Yes, Cassie. So before I move on, you guys let me know. Do you feel like he need one? Do you feel like he just may need a therapist? Does he need a therapist? Maybe one that can move in with him. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Bonnie said. Bonnie, let me go to Bonnie's comment. Hold on, Bonnie. Let me get down to the bottom here. Bonnie said, I think he's teetering on it. Very borderline at this point. Neva P say no. Therapy maybe. Shirley no. D Herford no. Hey Doris. Doris, I gotta scroll up and see if I have a message. Because I always read your messages on purpose, like you tell us to have a blessed day on purpose. I wish I had time, Doris, but I'm sure that you did. I'm sure that you did. Doris said, I don't remember late great Marvin Gaye having long hair. Yeah. Here's my thoughts, guys. I do think what Pink Butterfly said, therapy, not conservatorship. On a serious note, for me, I do think that something is wrong at times. You know what I mean? Some days Tyrese is cool and the next day he's on a rant. So I'm sure if you follow Tyrese, then you've witnessed this. I pray for his girlfriend because I don't see how she do it, child. Must be the money or something. I don't know. But he does seem like, and I just wish he would come out and explain. If you are walking around with this stuff on while you're at home, Tyrese got a bald head, no beard and all of that. If you're doing this for a role, can you let us know? And that way people won't think that, yes, ma'am, DG, people won't think that you're cray. DG said, didn't he recently show out at the Black Breakfast Club trying to get into the studio or something? He absolutely did. DJ Envy and Tyrese got into it months ago. Let me see if that's on Tyrese's page. And DJ Envy didn't want him there. They wouldn't let him in the studios. And Tyrese made a video out in the hall, child. Let's see. What he put about Chicago's WGN News? All right, I'm scrolling his page. What is this? I have a whole level of respect, child. Here he go again. I was looking for something. I was looking for that video that he made at iHeartRadio, and I'm still scrolling. Here you go. Here you go. And this is crazy. This is another one. So I'm going to have to mute the music. But thank you, DG. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Let's go ahead. And, you know, he's another one that brings everything to social media. Yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, he said something about Trey Songz. This was day before that. He said something about DJ Envy. He's just unstable to me. But here's the post. I'm going to play it, but let me read it first. He said, DJ Envy wouldn't let me in. I'm still here, stuck at the door. I guess the Breakfast Club don't want me to tell anyone about #beautiful pain. So that's a song, I believe, that he just released. Then he put CT to God, please come open the door, King. So yeah, Tyrese made sure again to have somebody tape him. This is the studio. Behind him is the elevator or the doors. No, it's the doors. It's the doors too where they record. And the door was closed, child. So he just gonna stand there and let us know. Thank you, Cassie. Very weird. I'm gonna go and click like just because I'm here. But why why take yourself at the damn door? Tyrese. Then he pulled on the lever and couldn't get in. So I just wanted to know what you all had to say about the conservatorship part. Chronicles of Kim say, get Black Jesus, his disciples, and the ancestors, child. Maybe a 72-hour hold, Neva, 5150. He may need to get some rest. Ooh, good point. Good point. I do, get somebody to talk to on a daily. It's just really not doing his image justice, if you ask me. I think that the way that Tyrese carries on, that this may hinder, his future opportunities when it comes to the entertainment world. You know what I mean? He went on a rant a couple years ago about the whole Fast and Furious cast. We know he was on there as well. And I believe he's no longer. So, yeah. Let's be clear. Thanks for joining us. All right, now in the chat, we're going to move on to one more quick topic, and then we're going to go ahead and get into these Huntsville happenings. But Linda Gamble said at one point 173 likes, 378 in the chat. Now we have 410 people watching, and I'm not sure about the likes, but if you guys can, I get that you got to be spectator. But
y'all came here to be spectate, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Even if you're spectator, please hit the like button for me. That is free. Also, if you want to support the host, I'm going to go ahead and put that up there as well. But yes, please hit the like button, guys. Let's go ahead and get into this next quick little hot topic. I want to know you all's thoughts about this. So we spoke about, hey, empowered woman, spectator chat. We spoke about Kash Doll a couple weeks ago. Kash Doll came out at the time and said that she's single. This was maybe a week or two after she had given birth to her daughter and all of that. Well, and she said she was done with the baby's daddy. Naturally, I'm sure they have to, not have to, they do. They have to co-parent with each other. But it seems like he may have been in the home. So I'm not sure they back together or what. But shout out to the Neighborhood Talk, because Kash Doll went on video talking about a pal exchange that her baby daddy had with somebody that broke into her home. So let's take a quick look. You love spectator, D. Williams? Child, I would have that clip forever. Okay? But let's take a look and a listen, guys. And I want you all's thoughts on this. Was it admirable as far as what the baby daddy did?
Hey, Instagram. So today, I'm about to put y'all in my business. I normally don't put the internet in my business because I just feel like,
Child, yes, you do. You just put us in your business a couple weeks ago when you said you was done with your baby daddy. Okay, let's go.
you know, you share certain things and you keep certain things to yourself, right? But I've been violated bad since I've been in Detroit. I guess people was looking at my story and they see that I'm not home. And they found that this was the best opportunity to run inside of my house and get all my Birkin bags.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there. That is, it should be a message for all of us. A lot of us do share things on social media when we're out at a restaurant or if we're on vacation or this or that, and we'll post and tag our locations. If you don't have somebody posted up that's at your house, share all that stuff after you're done and back. I'm guilty of it. I've tried within the last year since I've been single to not, thank you, Kathy S, overshare. But that is a message. A lot of people follow people on Instagram and Facebook and all of that may not be just your friends. And somebody went into our house, stole her Birkin bags and all of that. But let's continue.
In Atlanta. However, they got caught, you know, they got into a shootout with us father. And
so I tried to mute out that part, but she said they got into a pow exchange with her child's father. This happened at her home in Detroit. And he handled business. But I want you all's thoughts once I get done. Let's finish.
The police got all of them. And we ain't took no L, you know? So it's a celebration, but it's also sad that it's black people that's just running out of people home trying to take their things. And what if my kids was there? What if my sister was there? What if my mom was there? What if Tracy was there asleep and y'all caught him slipping? They came in with guns. I'm putting y'all in my business today because I'm so upset that Ronnie May.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there because she started talking about a local councilman or alderman or somebody and how he's not doing enough to protect, I guess, where she lives. But LB Sweet Mama, I don't know if she said it's a celebration because she said Detroit. I played the beginning part again, Kay Hayes. She said Detroit. What was I about to say? Oh, I think she said celebration because her baby daddy defended her home, you know. And it's a celebration, maybe because, let's look at that part again. Maybe because no one else was there and no one was harmed. Let's take a look again. And then for Kay Hayes as well. She did mention Atlanta, but she said Detroit at the start. So hold on. Let's see. Let me make sure it comes up on the screen for you guys, and then I will push play. Okay. So let's take a listen. I'm going to put the speaker by the mic so you guys can hear it. Hey, Cricket.
Hey, Instagram. So today, put y'all in my business. I normally don't put the internet on my business because I just feel like, you know, you share certain things and you keep certain things to yourself, right? But I've been violated bad since I've been in Detroit.
Okay, she said she's been violated bad since she's been in Detroit. Okay. Purple Unicorn said it was the house in Brookhaven, Georgia. Why is she mentioning Detroit then? I've been violated since I've been in Detroit. Okay, let's listen.
Yes, people looking at my story and they see that I'm not home. And
I've been violated since I haven't been in Detroit. People were looking at her stories and saw that she wasn't at home. Okay, so I got it. So she was back visiting in Detroit. I do know she has a big mansion in Detroit, but what she's saying is people was looking at her stories and saw she was in Detroit. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, Kay Hayes, and whomever else that put that in the chat. All right, let's listen real quickly about the celebration part.
found that this was the best opportunity to run inside of my house and get all my Birkin bags in Atlanta. However,
yeah, right there, she did say in Atlanta.
That's cool. They got caught, you know, my child, mother, and the police got all of them. Got all of them. Yeah, we ain't took no L, you know. So it's a celebration, but it's also sad that.
All right. So clarification. It was Georgia, and she said they haven't taken any L's, and that means it's a celebration. So I think she just meant it in that manner, not, obviously celebrating that they were robbed. But I believe everything. I believe that the baby daddy did defend their home or whatever. But it's people in the comments feels like Kash Doll is lying. This first person said, girl, stop with this. She took that ninja back, and here she come with this dramatic story to justify it. So people are saying this is a whole lie or people believe this a whole lie because she want to say, I definitely need my baby daddy in the house. Now look, they robbed me, whatever. This next person said, plot twist, he set it up. So people feel like he set it up in order to look like Captain Saver. You know what I mean? What else? This person, I agree. I'm just glad she's safe and her baby father wasn't hurt. I'm going to click like on that, no matter what. Let's see. Oh, and then this is why I didn't understand, but I guess she's right. So a community leader in Atlanta went on the news and said that her house was a house where they sell, you know what I mean? Stuff. And so that's who she's talking about, that she don't appreciate the things that he's been doing. Naturally, Kashdoll got money. She been out here, and I agree with this person. She needs to sue that councilman or whatever for defamation and slander, if that did happen. So that's that on that, because we're going to get into some Huntsville happenings. But let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, he said that they were selling out of their home. You guys know what I'm talking about, selling. And I would pursue that. Simone, hey Simone, I don't know. I don't think so. Simone asks, is she known for being a liar? I don't think so. Anybody that really follow Kash Doll, let me know if, she's had stories like this before. I don't really follow her, you know what I mean? And I definitely, I couldn't tell you any of her music, but I do know that she's a female rapper that's from Detroit. And I haven't heard too much as far as. So I felt it was distasteful for people to really say that they feel like he made it up just to get back in the house, but I don't know. Did he? You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Has anyone in the chat been to OLG restaurant in ATL? Oh, okay. Doris is going to ATL. Let her know about OLG if you guys have ever been to Candy Burris's restaurant, the old lady gang. All right, we're gonna move on, guys, because we got about 20 minutes. Let's see. Thank you. Linda Gamble said, hit the like button and stop being spectator. Let's see. There are a lot of houses. That is correct, Purple Unicorn. Off the top of my head, I remember, and this was maybe a year or two ago, Marlo. It was a lot of people right in that community. Marlo, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Toya Johnson, Regine's mother, Lil Wayne's ex-wife? I believe her home, not the new one, but a previous home. So yeah, it was a whole ring of people that I heard that was going around. Yes, Tamar as well. And yeah, they said it was a whole ring of people that was going around. So child. What type of security do they have? You know, are they living in a gated, guarded community? And even if, you know, sometimes that's just not foolproof. Georgia is filled with trees and all of that. And, you know, they can slip in. But, okay. Let's see. You have heard, okay, that's two Doris. You've heard bad reviews, but I like the good every time you went. Summer Breeze, you heard bad reviews about OLG, but you like the food every time you went. I'm assuming. Okay. Yes. Is Minerva in here? I think I mentioned this last night, child. Now I'm hungry. I made that dirty rice. I'm missing something. It's not dirty. It's spicy. It's rice. I followed the recipe, but it's not Nolans. But it's good, and I'm gonna eat some. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this whole Ken, Trish, and Marquez situation. So you guys know over the weekend, all hell broke loose. And they were going at it. They were having a stories war, child. Marquez will put something in his story. Trish and Ken will come back, put something in theirs. Then it just kept going. Marquez eventually fell back. And since I didn't share it on my channel, I just want to go through it with you guys. Which number is this? Hold on. Shoot. 8645. I don't know. 8645. Let's try. I'll share it with you guys because I wanted to discuss it. Because I did come out initially when they were out here battling, child. I said, Trish, a whole thug up out in these streets. Okay. But shortly after their exchange on Saturday, Marquez went to his stories again, child. And he apologized, which was very admirable of him. It really, really was. But he said, I want to publicly apologize for my actions earlier today on social media. This has affected so many people on all sides, and I want nothing more than to bring peace and clarity. I should have never brought my children into this mess in a public space. I take full accountability for letting my emotions get the best of me. To the mother, my children, my son Xavier, and my daughter Zaria, I sincerely apologize. This is not easy, but someone has to be the voice of reason. Thank you, Nana, for praying over me daily. And then he thanked his pops for watching over him. So I felt like that was very admirable of him to shut it down. But, you know, when it comes to Ken and Trish and the things that they had to say before he apologized, and some things still after, you know, they took it. Look, I'll say Marquez went low, they went to hell, child. That's what it seemed like to me. And Trish came out with an apology of her own. I think this is more of Marquez. But before I get there, he is an emotional guy. And he said that in this when he woke up from a nightmare to realize that it had become his reality. And then right there, he's just right here, excuse me, just reminiscing, if you ask me, saying how he don't understand how someone he was so close with for all of these years, who knows so much, can be so harsh. And then he said, I know we are in different seasons and we disagree about a lot of things in life, but we always navigated around that and found middle ground, but not this time. There's nothing quite like losing a friend. That's all I'm gonna read of that. So to me, he's, you know, talking about not only is, you know, he and Trish separated and headed towards divorce, but with the way that they're handling each other now, he's feel like that he's lost a friend. But I want to read you guys' Trish's response. Now, in And I feel like she owes him an apology. You guys let me know. But in Marquez's apology, he didn't acknowledge Ken at all. He did say sorry to his children's mother and his kids and all of that. Well, Trish, not so much. Not so much. And I'm going to go ahead and read Trish, her statement. And then I'm going to read what Ken did. And I'm like, Ken, way to throw your woman up under the bus, child. But anyway, this is what Trish had to say. She said, I think it's only right that I apologize to my kids and family only, capitalized, meaning Marquez gets nothing. She said, I'm not even big on social media, so for the dumb ones in the back, I did not start it. I have been poked and poked behind the scenes and on social medias for days until I punched back. Every time I do, the oh, woe is me, I'm the victim card is played. Then I look like the bad person. I'm not even going to lie. When provoked and pushed, my mouth is ruthless. But I should have just kept ignoring. And she said, sorry, dark-skinned Ken, I should have just listened to you and not responded. Nothing too wrong with what Trish had to say. I do think as gutter as she went, I do think that she did owe her children's father an apology. Her husband still currently. She owed him an apology for going that low. Because she went low. And then you guys know that as the days, not the days, but as the hours went on, a lot of us was like, wait a minute now. A lot of you, and I end up reluctantly agreeing. But a lot of you were like, I don't think Trish said that. I don't think that is, those words are Trish. We think that Ken had access to her account and was sitting right there. And we think that he was typing that. Well, as you guys can see, she said her mouth is ruthless. She went low. And no, it was not Ken. Again, nothing wrong with that. But I did find a little problem in this. A lot of people feel like Ken is at the thing, after perfection, after looking like, just a good guy in Kimmy's voice. And look, Trish apologized to Ken. I just don't understand why he had to put her on blast like this. To me, you guys let me know if I'm overreacting. Ken said, now the picture is he reposted Trisha's story, and he got this arrow pointing, child, to where she said, sorry, Ken, I should have just listened to you and not responded. So this is what he said. Pay attention to that last part. I've always been the bigger person trying to keep things from blowing up, especially for the kids' sake. Y'all have selected hearing because I've been saying the same shiznit from the beginning. Tell me again if it's me. Why did he have to take the extra step to point out to the public it wasn't me? It was Trish. You this big knight in shining armor. If she already said sorry, Ken, I don't know. Am I overreacting? You guys let me know before I move on to this Stormy and Kael stuff real quick. Am I overreacting? Do I feel like it was do you guys feel like it was necessary for him to come out and say all of that? Denise said, I think it was him still. Peace, love, and light said that's BS because if he felt that way, he shouldn't have reposted it. And to me, it wasn't necessary, Bonnie. Thank you. To me, you throwing your girl under the bus. Guess what I would have done? My bad, guys. Yeah, that was me. I did post all of that. I'm going to take the blame. I'll take the blame. And I think as a man, especially, we've heard this from Ken so many times. I'm a man's man. I take care of this. I do this. I do that. You didn't have to repost that. I'm sorry. You did not have to repost that. So, yeah. Y'all consider that snitching? Do you consider that snitching? Let me know. I don't know. I consider it putting him putting her on blast. I really, really do. It's not gated in Brookhaven. Child, why are these stars moving like that? Let's see. Let's get into Trish and Ken mad because of Marquez. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't believe it. Doris, you say, I think that so sad. Think about the children. They are old enough to see this on social media. Yes, absolutely. There's no way you allow your boyfriend to be this close to your daughter and you have not divorced their father. Even a stepdaddy should have boundaries. And I gotta move on, but I wanna share this real quick. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Hold on, let me close this one out. Where is it? Look, do I think that stepfathers should be honored? I do. It's a lot of them that do step up, especially when the dad is not available or the dad is not active and the dad is not that. I don't get that from Marquez that he just said F his kids. And I think that Ken is a little overbearing. I really, really do. You got caught cheating on your ex with Trisha that had a child, and he's still saying that's still his child. If he's still an active role, that's fine as well. But it's been a couple things that's been shared that I just feel like a tad bit is inappropriate. And even with Trish doing this, I don't give a damn how mad you are when it comes to this man that you're still married to. Why would she post this picture of their daughter with Ken? Real fathers, real men. So I don't know, guys, if it's reality TV or what that seems to have made all of them lose their damn mind. No, he does not have kids, Kathy. He does not have kids of his own. But yeah, it's the mess. Kimberly said, I'm sad, and all of them. Maybe they, child. Let me read Side Eye Sage. Thank you, Side Eye Sage, for the super chat. You said, chit chat, that picture Ken posted, let me know Ken doesn't respect Trish at all. And having the daughter on his lap gave me serious anxiety. Side Eye Sage, I spoke with Debbie earlier on the phone. That was mentioned. And I'm glad you are a Cutie Crew member because we will be discussing that in our members only. So when we have our Let Loose Lounge on Wednesday, it's going to be a Let Loose plus members only. Let me write that down so we won't forget. But I agree with you. I just thank God. I thank God because I've never had to experience that, but there's a lot of women that were once kids that have and that do have anxiety. So we will discuss Side Eye Sage 7. Thank you again. And a lot of people are triggered by a lot of things that we see when it comes to social media, these reality TV shows, and just real life. You know what I mean? So that's how we roll when it comes to the Cutie Crew membership. And shake that anxiety off if you can. I haven't seen it, but yes, I've heard about the picture of the daughter on Ken's lap. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I want to, child. But Aunt Debbie mentioned it to me today as well. All right, I'm going to read LaDon's comment. We're going to move on to Stormy and Kael real quick. Ken likes to look like the savior for women, and kids. Doesn't matter. It's a part of his grooming. Ooh, LaDon. Child. We shall discuss that as well. We will discuss That's deep, deep. That's deep, deep. And you know, some of these topics I want to discuss behind the walls. That's deep, deep though. But I will say I agree with you about that part, the savior. Even in the conversation with the sit down with Carlos and Dr. Heavenly, that's what it appeared that he was given. You know, perfection and you know, knight in shining armor. Real quick, speaking of Dr. Heavenly as well as Carlos, they going live today. Now you guys know that Dr. Heavenly last week said she's done. I guess Carlos was able to get in her ear and make her change her mind, because in the title it said it would be a Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. And again, she said last week she's done. Look like she may not be done. Okay. Side eye, real quick. You said I would be there for that chit chat. Some stepfathers are sick people and don't mind grooming kids. Yes. And then we have some that are like Russell Wilson, Sierra's husband. And when I tell you I love every bit of his relationship with baby Future, that is his son for me. You know what I mean? So as with anything in life, guys, we know that there's good people and bad people, and I'm definitely not saying all, and I know you guys aren't either, and I'm not saying Ken because I don't know, but we do know that there's good and bad in damn near everybody. But let me go ahead and get into Stormy and Kael real quickly, since I didn't talk about it over the weekend. We know that last week Kael put in a lawsuit against Stormy. We know the very next day Stormy put in a lawsuit against Kael. And I don't know. I want you all's thoughts real quick. You know, in Stormy's lawsuit, shout out to Trending at some point, because I was listening and taking notes. But in Stormy's lawsuit, she said that she paid him $3 million over the course of 16 months. My question again is, why so much? For an average employee, $3 million? No, ma'am. A lot of people are stuck on that. And it was really like 2.75-ish total. A lot of people stuck on that. But what if he was technically owed $100 million? Would 2.7 be okay? If we agreed upon 70-30, that's nothing. $100 million, you owe me 30. So at 3. But in Stormy's lawsuit, she kept saying that he was an employee, not an owner. My thoughts about that: you are not giving an employee a bonus of that amount. 300 million or 300,000 or 2.4 million. Where they do that at? It's Canvas hiring, child. Stormy, I moved to Huntsville today. If that's what you're doing for average employees, yes, ma'am, I'll come over there and slang some of them body glaze. It's not the truth. My opinion only. Everything that I'm saying are my own personal opinions, my opinions only. Please don't put that in the chat constantly, because we don't know that. So we don't know if Ken is doing something to a child. So please don't put it in this chat, okay? But yeah, you're not giving nobody bonuses like that. I'm sorry. You know, talking about she had anxiety when it comes to the next portion that he was supposed to get. Kael started off making $10K a month. And if you ask me if he was doing such a great job, and normally you're getting $10K a month, even this is steep for me. But I'm going to throw you $100,000, because wow, I did not realize you was this talented, and you came on in here and look at the success that I am having. I want you to have a really nice year. Because of your job description of being an employee, you went above and beyond. 100,000 is still very, very, very generous. But Stormy wants, I guess, us, the public, to believe that she gave him a $300,000 bonus one time and then a $2.4 million bonus the second time. No, ma'am. Because based off of the dollar amount that was listed in Kael's lawsuit, the breakdown was damn near down to the penny of what he received, and that was 30% exact. So, do we know if he was really an owner, part owner, just from that fact? I think so. In Stormi's lawsuit, she said her and Courtney are the only owners. But you're not giving somebody, just an average employee, 30%. And you're definitely not giving them $3 million, up to $3 million over the course of 16 months. You know, Stormi said it was Kael who approached her to work full-time for the company. In what capacity? But in the end, this is really quick because we out of here. She said that he eventually became selfish and greedy and made bad decisions. And look, I am down for Stormi being successful or whatever. I think that she's the one, in my opinion, that eventually became selfish because this is my shit. So no, I'm not going to keep giving you all this money. I believe she's the one that became selfish and greedy and made bad decisions. Kael is the one that said he had to tell her, keep these books clean, please. Or he on the outside looking in, and she on yachts and in Miami, and she doing this and she doing that. So I said initially, and Cutie Crew will discuss more as well when it comes to this, but I said initially I would have settled. And if I was her, Stormi, I would still settle. Because I think Kael knows where the bones are buried. I think Kael knows the secrets. I think Kael knows if thank you, Dr. Minnie. Dr. Minnie said, if you visiting, hit the like button. Thank you, Dr. Minnie. I think Kael knows whether Stormi is making that product or a chemist or whatever, or if she's white labeling. And yeah, I would just settle. And, you know, especially, I'll say this, and I definitely got to go. When it comes to Stormi having this amount of success in the span of a couple years, twice, I wouldn't want any bad press or anything second time around. I just wouldn't. And yeah, if you have to go ahead and settle as far as a dollar amount and put an NDA on Kael where he can't come out and say a damn thing, I promise you that's what I would do. That's what I would do. You know, because she said she got future lives lined up on TikTok and all of that. And I think, you know, damn, it's still questions about the first time, how you went from 20 million a zip. And if you're not careful, it could happen again. You know? Yes, Anitra J. That F rating that folks have been talking about for a couple years now. I agree, Bonnie. Bonnie said her pride may not let her settle. Child, you better put that ego to the side. What Debbie say before? Ego edges out God. You got a legacy, you got a son, you got all of this, and pride, that's gonna have to go ahead and fall back. And meaning, if I got this money in the account, I am going to go ahead and make that happen so I can shut them up. But we shall see. Minerva, you came in as soon as I'm about to leave. I'm gonna send you some picture of my dirty rice. I made it, Minerva. I made it. It's good too. But one little thing that I did that I don't like, I use yellow rice instead of white rice. But it's good. I'm about to make me a bowl now because I'm hungry. But you guys, thank you so much. Side Eye Sage, thank you so much. Let me go ahead and acknowledge you correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, boo boo. Thank you, and I got my money, boo boo.
Thank you again. Thank you. If you sent me a cash app, maybe I'll do something members only tonight. A quick power hour for members. We shall see. But if not, meet me tomorrow. Meet me tomorrow over at Pink Table Topics. Continue prayers going up for my. Let me stop being selfish. For Aunt Debbie. For our Aunt Debbie. Continue prayers going up. And Aunt Debbie, it was great speaking to you this morning on the phone. Love you guys. I gotta go. This is my time. I got a meeting in 28 minutes. So I'll chat with you guys soon. If you did not hit the like button, please, please, please make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Tomorrow we'll discuss whatever is talked about tonight with Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is not standing on business. Ciao. Happy birthday again to Lauren. Lauren. Mel's right hand. Happy birthday to Lauren. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.